getting ready for power. Welcome to the Youth and Politics. Like, share, subscribe.
This is Voice of the Native. My name is Odifo Champion. You can call me Adian Boss. If you're watching me, please like, subscribe. You can share for others to also enjoy our programs. This is the Youth and Politics. And Prince Jechi Beji Entry, NPP Grand Youth on the national president. NPP Grand Youth on the national president. And I'm right here on the Youth and Politics. See that man?
No.
Chami. Two. Akwaba.
Yeah.
What's your name to say?
I'm here doing actually.
On this platform, like, we communicate with young men in politics.
Sure.
Now we want to know your ideas, the plans you have for the country, and what you're looking for from the politics that you're in, and where you see Ghana in the next coming years. That's what we're here to communicate about. So right now, I would want you to introduce yourself to my viewers so that we start from there.
All right. Good evening to your viewers across the globe. My name is Prince Jesse Bechi Entry. Jesse, don't say Jechi.
Jesse.
You are Nakan. All right. So, and I'm very happy to be with you this evening. Like he said, I am a center-right activist, so definitely I'm with the New Patriotic Party, and it's nice to always engage young minds, and you try to understand them from the political perspective as to how well the country's dreams and aspirations could materialize. And I think we are on a good note. We are on a good note. We started from somewhere, and we are heading to somewhere. So I think as the conversation unfolds, we will delve into certain matters that are pertinent to our national development, and then we look at how best we can all collectively come together and then mitigate the challenges that are confronting our nation as we build on a prospective nation.
Okay. So, as a young man, there's a whole lot of things that you can do.
Sure.
I know you're doing a lot of things plus politics.
Sure.
You see, the society, a lot of people think that if a young man is into politics, it means that person is not doing anything. That person is only doing politics. Do you have? I know. So I want our listeners to know. I want those who are ignorant about that aspect to know. Do you have anything doing aside politics? Because there are a lot of young guys that think, Charlie, and I'm an info, I'm queer politics, and I'm an info, I'm queer politics. So they are fishing, their plans into entering politics is kind of corrupted before they enter.
Sure.
So do you have something doing aside politics?
All right. I said earlier on, with politics, it's just about aligning yourself with certain governance ideologies. So wherever you think the vision that a particular association, in this regard, political association, want to take the nation or want to build the nation on, if you side with that ideologies, then you become politically aligned. So we are all politicians in a way, one way or the other. So many people are politicians, but then you ask about, are they on the front line? Are they people you see them actively involved in the political activities of those parties? Then it becomes a different conversation altogether.
Okay.
Yes. So if it's about activism, if it's about you are going out your part, you are communicating your part, you are propagating the goodwill your part, then you say that you are the front line of political activities. And if you are doing this, I think it is best, like you rightfully said, you have other things doing. You can't do politics 247. the whole 24 hours.
No, but that's
you
the
are
perception of a lot of guys.
It's quite an erroneous perception in the sense that most of these politicians that have become very successful, especially on the word front, you could talk about Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is into real estate. He's a big-time businessman.
Yeah.
Even the president of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he has been a lawyer for years.
Yeah.
A practicing lawyer, of course. So if you want to have a mentor, if you want to look up to someone who is already succeeding as a politician, then you ask yourself, though they are politicians, we see them in the public as political figures. Aside politics, what are they doing? What were they even doing before they stepped into frontline politics? People like Pakwasi in Ghana like this. This is a man who has streams of businesses, not just one business. You have so many member of parliaments who are having so many businesses. Yes. So maybe I think we are at Kwabri East.
Yeah.
Your Francisca is your MP.
Yeah.
I think she's incumbent. Probably she may not go for next year, but and she's still your incumbent MP. She is a lawyer by profession.
But she was a student lawyer before she was.
Exactly. And she could have decided that I just want to pursue politics. I won't even take my academics serious.
But she continued.
But because whatever comes with academics is as important as towing the political tangent.
I think the reason why a lot of people think that way is because of how it is believed. Not just believed. We see that a lot of young guys are our mates. We are all struggling, but within a very short time they enter into politics and things change. That's the reason why people are thinking that way. Or do you think it's a wrong perception?
Like I'm saying, for me, I've been a director for Donfo Foundation for years. I've been the global coordinator for Teens Ministry International.
Yeah.
I've been doing my own entrepreneurship businesses that I have people who work for me. You see, for that I build myself on those fronts. You gather experiences, you gather leadership. You may not jump into political leadership straight away, but at your various career fields, you ask yourself, maybe you find yourself at the banking sector. You are leading people, you are achieving targets, you are working with you are working under supervision. Probably you have board of directors. This is an informal education. You learn a lot at that front. When you get the opportunity to become a DC or MC or probably a government appointee or any of the government agencies, then these skills that you've gathered over the years, you bring it on board. Well, if you cannot succeed individually at your various career fields, I don't know how you can magically succeed as a political leader in a political office.
So this I want. Do you believe in those perceptions that or haven't you seen someone you were struggling with and the person enter into politics and it changes? Haven't you seen those?
I think what I will say about that is that the struggle for power is never an easy job. So if you are a young person, maybe probably in your tertiary institution, you decided to just focus on your academics. Someone combined academics with political activities. He was probably a TESCON executive or a TAIN executive. At the same time, he was a student just like you. You decided to just stick with your books. So in the end, you call something your social capital. After completion, you realize that you were into books, but socially you were not connecting with certain people. So if after school, because this person probably due to the political activities might have met certain CEOs or certain people in big positions, it is easy for them to it is easy for the person to leverage on that friendship to get a job to your neglect. Because we are all human. We can face the fact or play around it. But this is the case that we were fighting for political power. This guy was in school.
If
He was with us.
between what you're saying, there is some kind of let me see. I don't want to use the word opportunity, like privilege.
Exactly. That I think that's the correct word. So much because in churches, probably if you are in the same church with someone, you may have some soft spot for the person.
Exactly.
If the person approach you, or probably someone is you completed the same school, all students, and it's a friend, and you in the years you find yourself as probably a managing director in a firm, and the person approaches you with a CV, and different person too comes with a CV. Who do you think you may probably try to offer?
Just like how you employed me, I think last 2 years. Oh, when you were looking for media people to assist you in your media tour, you called me because you knew I was part.
Exactly.
I was in the media.
Exactly. So that has been it. So the young people that enters into politics, they mostly leverage on the relationship that they built with these leading politicians who might have been successful in various career fields, so that they will just hold their hands. Because at times, Charlie, you go to the table, you want to sit on the table, you don't have a seat on the table. Who is giving you a seat on the table?
You need those people.
Exactly. So if someone is already on the table and they are inviting you to the table, then they give you a seat on the table.
So, you don't believe people get into some positions, and through that position, that political positions, and through that position, they become wealthy overnight. You don't believe in that?
If it's wealthy overnight, but I think it's subject to criminal scrutiny or something like that.
Yeah.
You can't be wealthy overnight and you say it's because of the political position you've gotten. Some of these positions, the salaries probably, and then the allowances and certain privileges that comes with occupying that position can probably elevate the person to certain status in life with time.
Okay.
Because if you are a graduate and you find yourself as maybe the CEO of National Entrepreneurship and Innovative Program, NEIP, and you've been given a driver, you've been given a V8, you've been given an accommodation at very lucrative environment within Accra or Kumasi, and then you have a huge salary with allowances. You have traveling allowances, you get exposure, you meet people on a regular. Some of them may even, out of goodwill, try to help. This can help change your financial status. But then, I don't want to side with the school of thought that will say, you get political appointment today, tomorrow you are dirty rich.
It doesn't happen.
If that is the case, I think we have the right institutions that has the constitutional mandate to investigate such suspicions.
Yeah.
You get me?
Maybe
Iyoko is there, BNI, national security,
politics. Why would you choose to do politics? Because especially where we come from, doing politics comes with a lot of risks, a lot of insults, disrespect, and other stuff. Although there's some privileges, but why did you choose politics as a young man?
All right. Thank you very much, ADM boss. So what I would say is that people talk about politics, but then I talk about leadership.
Okay.
Yes, people say, are you a politician? Say, yeah, maybe I want to be a leader, not just a politician. If you think, probably people think politics is a game.
That's a clever way of saying it.
Exactly. So if you look at it from that tangent, you have your own perspective of the issue at hand. But then I think I look at it as leadership. We have every job has its own occupational hazard. If you're a carpenter, you should expect that dust may be entering your eye. If you're a welder, you are exposed to light. It can harm you. You roof, you can fall down.
Yeah.
You are a police person, you could be shot.
So it means
if you're a politician and you are insulted, it's an occupational hazard. So just like any job has its own hazard.
What you're saying is you know all the risks
Exactly.
involved, but you still choose it.
Sure.
Why MPP?
All right. Thank you very much. I think as we started, I said I'm a center-right person.
Yeah.
Yes. When it comes to leadership, there are certain political parties that think that capitalism is the best way to go. Yes, they believe in free economy. When you say free market economy, whereby there's a price mechanism, demand and supply forces actually fix prices for commodities, and then people are at the liberty to own properties for themselves, and people are able to have their own businesses for themselves. These are capitalism ideologies.
Yeah.
Exactly. But there are people who are socially engulfed. When you talk about socialism, like countries, let's say those times the USSR or now the Soviet Union or Russia, these are countries who believe that no, governments should do everything for the people. So they are pure socialist countries where individuals can't hold properties.
Yeah.
Everything must come from the government. So all hospitals, government.
South or North Korea.
I'm telling you, yeah. All hospitals, government. All hotels, government. Everything.
North Korea, yeah.
So the country's economy is driven by the government of
the power of the government.
Exactly. But under capitalism, the people drives the economy. The people drives the economy. There's a free market. The government on its own does not probably limit the abilities of its citizens to engage in profitable activities or business ventures. Yes. So mostly at times I would say that even the policies that I think the NDC should have been doing is what the MPP has even been doing better. Because
capitalism.
Exactly. Because MPP with our political ideology was supposed to make or bring the fertile economic grounds where people or individuals could actually leverage on the economic stability in the country, and then build on certain businesses that will run the entire economy to help everyone in the economy, and the government could also raise revenue through taxation from those individuals running businesses. So if MPP was to stick with what they are supposed to do, certain social interventions wouldn't have been much of their focus.
Okay.
But this is a party that is actually combining social interventions so much with their political belief,
which
is capitalism. Yes, center-right ideology. So when MPP comes into power, let's empower more people through national entrepreneurship and innovative programs, like we are even doing with KYE people.
NY.
Exactly. Or YEA, Youth Employment Agencies. Or the KYE, currently the KYE project that is ongoing. These are policies that will empower the individual to financial freedom. Because some people are already in financial captivity. They don't have systems that create work for them if no one is giving them money. So if you empower youth and then they go into IT, the person is a good programmer. The person can sit at the comfort of his home at, let me say, Obuase or Mansour Dubia or Kwame Danso or KJG, and could be employed by companies outside the shores of Ghana. Because the person is just with the computer, the laptop, and can work with any company. But if you are not empowering them in this regard, and you think the people should be there, the market, there's no free market economy, whereby we can even have import and exports, where people can run things on their own to raise money and build businesses that can employ other people. Then what are we doing? So I believe that the political ideology of the MPP has been forthcoming, and it has been the game changer of this very country. So what I will say is that if you look at where the NDC came from and how they came into the political scene, and things they wanted to do and they couldn't do, and the things that the 21 years of Rawlings he was able to do, even compared to the years that Nkrumah had, and compared to the years that Kufuor had, I think the MPP was better option to me then.
Yeah.
Somewhere 2000s.
Yeah.
Before time, buses were picking school children to school. Before buses here and there, they came, everything collapsed. Trains were working, everything collapsed.
Those policies were sponsored by some some European countries for some time. And as time goes on, they couldn't sponsor it anymore. That's why it's not working anymore.
No, if so currently that the free SHS, yeah, it has come. It is currently the health insurance is also working currently.
Yeah, it's working.
So
It's working.
then why can't you give the credit to Akufo-Addo that if indeed Akufo had certain financial support and he could sustain
about health
it,
insurance,
he could sustain it. But when the ball was given to the NDC
within that 2000,
exactly.
I want to ask a question. So within 2008 to 2016, the health insurance was not working.
We are all in this country, so we are living what's the word?
We are living witness
well, witnesses. We are living witnesses to that case, how the national health insurance fell under them. It was bad to the extent that we were owing a lot of pharmaceutical companies,
but you've paid them.
Yeah, and if you check, it's clear when Akufo-Addo took power, he had to clear all these debts before you could revive this policy. So I've looked at NDC critically. I always say the NDC has been a lazy party. It has been a lazy party. Because if it was like, oh, I'm the president of Ghana, this is money, I want to build hospital, I want to build school, that one you can do it too. You can sit at Flagstaff House, there is money, you just get contractor, go and build hospital, go and build school, you are done. So NDC will just build, when they come, they will build hospitals, maybe 6, and then probably market 3. We've done something. That's all. But even with that, if you assess the amount of money that went into the projects, and you could see that they just use that, because with construction, if they tell you say metal cement teta, it is a very lazy way of governance, and it's the best way to also steal money.
Yeah.
But if you want to go into policies such as free SHS, this one, the students, you know their number. How much is supposed to be spent on everyone, you know the number. So if you're taking the money, no one can embezzle the money anyway.
So how are we funding them?
Exactly. So that is the magic that comes with parties such as NPP.
I want to know.
Exactly. If the NPP get the opportunity to govern this nation, they look at how best can we help the people so that the burden on people will come down.
Yeah.
So if your children will probably might have go for prospectus, you pay like 3,000 Ghana cedis before they could go to school.
I want to know how it is being founded.
How it is being founded or financed? Oh, for the free SHS, I think the portion of the petroleum revenue is used to support the funding.
A portion.
Yes. You can use all the petroleum revenue to finance it. And then the Ministry of Finance has been clear on that. If you look at it's an investment. I always tell people that free SHS is an investment. If you don't look at it from that point of view, you may critically analyze it wrongly.
Ghana is using like I think $9 million to sponsor. Or currently it is more than that.
The numbers has been
changing.
Yeah, it has been ascending throughout.
Okay.
Yes. So if you look at it, it's not declining. It has always risen. If you look at it very well, if you look at the trend, the total number of people who were home, probably during the first year of implementation, the people who could get access to education, the second year it rose to a certain figure, and it has kept rising, and over 1 million Ghanaian youth or teens are now in school, and these people might have been home. It's not just their school fees.
Yeah.
Their textbooks are being catered for, and the day students, even afternoon, they get one hot meal to eat. You get it. You get them textbooks. You register them WAEC, During our era, you remember, WAEC registration fee, if you don't pay, you'll be in the examination hall, and headmasters will be holding sticks, canes, beat students, send them home. If their parents had the money, you think they would have been there till the day they are writing paper? No. Look at the embarrassment and look at the psychological harm. If you are treated in this way, how do you even get the minds to come back and write to pass? So if I look at all these challenges that was befalling the vulnerable in the society, these are people who are not financially self-sufficient. And when a person can pay no school fees, so we scar. And it is not by your make that you be poor, Charlie. So you are born. We say a war to say so. On tente and I said. So per circumstances, they find themselves within the underprivileged in our society. So how do we mitigate the challenges that they go through? How do we elevate their status to at least middle income families? You get it. So if I look at all these policies and I look at what the NDC has been doing over the years, the difference is clear. They've been doing construction. Yes, the NDC is just a construction party, and if they're even constructing on a good note, or they are constructing under the right frame with the right figures, I won't have much of a challenge. What? But they are constructing an embezzling fund. Because if you look at the money that went into Circle interchange, we've built Pokwasi interchange, which is even 4. It's not, I think Circle is 2 or 3, with other interchanges in Accra, and the money that was used to build one, if you combine the 4 of them, it's even not up to that. You see,
I think if you say that you are not, I think the Circle interchange comes with some hospitals and other stuff.
Why is it hospitals?
The interchange. There was the plan was to build the interchange and some hospitals.
No. Stuff. Don't let them deceive you. It is clear, yes. Money is allocated for Circle interchange. Circle interchange. If you're doing Pokwasi interchange, now we want to do Swami interchange. That is Swami interchange. If after building Swami interchange and governments want to build hospitals monies, no
hospital money. No, it's part of the project.
All right.
Just like
let me say something. So Agenda 111, we are building 111 hospitals. Which ministry do you think this whole thing will pass through? Under whose supervision?
The health ministry.
The health ministry. If you are building roads, interchanges, who will be supervising that? The road ministry. Exactly. So at times, let's not conflict ourselves with whatever. The facts of the matter is that you wanted to do something, do it, but don't overestimate the figures.
Do you think it was overestimated?
Exactly, because when MPP came back to power, we had to do project assessment. Yes, they've done exactly. That has been the issue. Now, currently, Honorable Ato Forsen, the current minority leader, is facing trial. Because certain amount of money was given to him to purchase ambulances for Ghana. Ambulances to save lives. And if you look at what he brought in and the money that was given, you end up crying. MPP came into government, and almost every constituency in Ghana now can boast of their own ambulance.
How many ambulances did that Ato Forsen got?
Ato Forsen, I will not even talk about it because they are rotten ambulances. Have you seen a rotten metal before?
No.
some a person like that caliber, if you look at their maslog,
I'll be showing the pictures in the video. So.
Yeah, show the pictures so that they will see what Ato Forsen could do. And Ato Forsen is among the babies with sharp teeth. I think J.J. Rollins rightfully described them.
A young man like
he is a baby with a sharp teeth.
That time he was a young man.
And these babies with sharp teeth like Fosuku Ache. No, Fosuku Ache, Sami Jemfi, Ato Forsen, Okudzeto Ablakwa. I'm at the liberty to use my head. I can do whatever I want to do. But what I'm saying is that these are people J.J. Rollins thinks they are the darling boys of John Dramani Mahama.
They are good guys.
Yes. So if you're darling boys, Ofosuku Ache, was caught sleeping with someone else's wife.
No, that was not true.
No, on camera. He can't come out to deny that. It's fact.
Come on, it's a lie.
Ofosu Kwakye was caught, and that was what cost him his parliamentary ambition. He couldn't win the seat due to that. No, exactly, but they caught him. Wasn't he at the residence of another man?
But he was
at
not
that
sleeping.
time. No.
He was not.
The issue is that.
Don't lie.
No, I'm not lying.
He was not.
I can't. No, I'm not lying. What I'm saying is that allegation was that. The allegation was the person who intruded. As of that time, was that he was with someone else's wife, and he saw him come in the house and nights. And they came that morning to confirm he was still there. Why will you go to someone's residence, be with his wife, the two of you, overnight till the next morning you are still there? And per what the claim given in the video, that wasn't the first time seeing him there. That wasn't the first time. He has been coming. So we are men. Let's think critically and analyze it. He could have been sleeping with someone's wife, your own child, your own beloved.
You know that was not true.
Babies with sharp teeth.
You know that was
sleeping.
not true.
No, then where is the morality? Because integrity, morality shape your character. Your character shape your engagement. Your engagement will determine your the way you will govern if given the opportunity as a leader. You get me?
Yeah.
So one of the babies with sharp teeth did that. Another baby with sharp teeth was given a huge amount of money to purchase ambulances for this country, and he ended up bringing us those.
I've heard.
So these are the babies with sharp teeth I've been talking about. So me, I'm saying yes, it's Yonko. It is a John Dramani Mahama and Kora on one Kasafa or more.
But the ambulance saga you're talking about, I've heard they brought the empty cars, and then those interiors were also shaped.
And where are they?
They are the port. You and the government haven't taken it from the port.
This is
too
it a lie? Sad. Yeah. Oh, bluntly, so it's a lie.
Those goods
bluntly, it's a lie.
Those goods are not at the port.
Charlie, you were the president of Ghana. You had a minister, and you've designated a minister to do something for you.
You know that I have a video of Kennedy Japan Honorable saying that you are prosecuting him falsely. Yes,
Kennedy Japan said he has problem with causing financial loss to the state. That is his challenge. Well, he is an honorable man, with all due respect. But I think if he thinks that the framers of the Constitution were wrong to have enshrined in the Constitution that you can't, at the mercy of the Ghanaian citizens, you can't embezzle funds that are meant to have a positive effect on their life, then you think that is not a substantiated grounds to actually prosecute perpetrators. Honestly speaking,
so all these are some of the reasons why you never like.
Yeah. Because So I'm just telling you that even the one who seek to be their leader, his own young people he has groomed to take over from him. Look at their behavior. It should tell you their mindset.
Let's end here. What is your party doing for the youth?
All right, the youth of Ghana. Oh, IBB has been doing a lot too. I always tell people.
Do you think the youth are happy with them?
Eradicating all the challenges that comes with the youth is not easy, because when we came into power, so many nurses were home. They've completed nursing training colleges. They were home. And for 4 good years, Mahama couldn't employ anyone. You get me? So many graduates were home. Mahama couldn't employ anyone. So if you look at the numbers, the number that have been compounding. What I'm saying is that due to NDC and Mahama's
employ anyone, as in like you want to state it emphatically. That
I will state it because
all these years.
Kwaku Baako rightfully said it.
Kwaku Baako.
Yeah.
Was he part of the Mahama government?
No, but he's a social activist.
And he said Muhammad never employed anybody from.
No, he said during Muhammad's administration, the SCG said there is no money to recruit workers. So close to 4 years, there wasn't recruitment. And then with the final crator, we had their ministers who came openly to say graduates and could track grasses. And I want it. We can say graduates to go and bo. No mumboa no mbenye 2 trip no matter. But no say papa no cars I mean baby and the enya adwuma na oye. John Mahama no cry as a person can say he is not a magician to create job for Ghanaian youth. And to say all bano obesa ba be a magician ana. Someone who was a magician can now become a magician to create job. Ha. This is a matter of public knowledge, so I won't even rebut it. People know, and there are videos to authenticate this claim. So let your viewers here and then upload it for them. Yes. Oh, he said it frankly that he is not a magician, and that has been it. So make us say in Kofana Tifie pa ansana nanado ban. Neighbor me ban and then I'm a youth in say nanado nyere because we for bebre but bebre na bebre gufie dada enti so for one gufie no dada kwara nka mahama fast ankofo na nka no 4 years no wakla obia o mahama ntimi afọ obia nti o be fa won even napko kuro emphasis napko was an interim measure.
Yeah,
it wasn't to because Claire say after 3 years or something. But ended up recruiting
the NAPCO policy. If the NAPCO policy, if say any politics, I think I was saying more strictly by what you people propose. Say after 3 years,
yes,
I didn't know after 3 years, man for
after 3 years, your castle monk crowns and I didn't talk. That is only para 12 years, Mahama time, and this is time no 8 years or more goofy as a graduate so. They are graduates so.
It means
I'm telling you, they should tell you that the government then did nothing about unemployment. Any education system. But Nanaju, through his ingenuity, could create a system that could sustain them for 7 years. That 7 years, nipa 10,000 youth mako 10,000. Ade benya napko sunfa so 10,000 no 10,000 no mugufi keke. You see, it was very sad. I wanted to give you a data. Yes, I wanted to speak to a data so that you appreciate this. Nana Dubai from 2017 January 7th. 2017 January 7th on starting a memo. Security services inquire and say police, immigration, any fire service. And to some extent a bit me the crack on prisons. So these 4 services, they were, let me get you a figure so that you appreciate this better. In 2017, 3,500 persons were recruited. 3,500 persons to security services. Another 3,500 were recruited in 2019. 2018. 2019, there wasn't recruitment. I think 2020 were hit by COVID. But even in 2020, they resumed. I remember recruiting 3,549 new officers.
Okay.
In 2021, they recruited 2,057 officers. In 2022, a total of 3,208 and a recruiting almost. This has contributed a total of 15,814 jobs in the last 6 years. Security services in Kwao, 15,814 jobs. It is nipa 15,840 because I was saying community fear in Komo yede. And at times when they talk about this election we are
almost a question we am interested. Yeah, young point. Almost most sports betting, sports betting taxes. I say, how has all the taxes or how has sport betting taxes been used since its implementation? Betting in your voice now.
Or pursue how the taxes has been used. You
sports bets.
All right.
Say I am ranting.
Yeah. I have to be honest with Ghanaians. Hey, Ghana, we have an economy with GDP over 1 billion. If we are able to raise our revenue, if our revenue as a nation, if we are able to raise just 20% of our GDP, in Ghana, yes, that is fact. Senketi raise just 20% of our revenue. Yentimi nya tax ejeje no memha nyina no mpo no enduru 20% of your revenue. Onsa ya amka se England. Ghana for koye adwuma se hode ye adwuma na tax agene nyina ba ho no compliance na ha wo mu. Ghana ni ko bobo wa England. Now agene be $150,000 a week. We na be $70,000 abanya tia. I dey call aban futu mu a. Ha no. But over Ghana here, people are not complying. Tax compliance is very low. We can't even raise 20% of our GDP as our revenue to help the country. So if you are not able to raise 20% of your GDP as a country, as revenue, then you are doomed. Because if you look at the expenditure, you compare it to the revenue stream, it's no wonder we are always having the deficit in terms of our budget. So Ghana for tax says tax are yejini nyina no ekogu futo ba kuma friend the consolidated fund. Ekoguma out of the consolidated fund, monies are taken to do what's supposed to do. Ente bia wo tax na ete no ekogu consolidated fund mo no. Ye de bi ye akwanya abefa wo area mo no ma. Wo say for years quota enimu area mo me nam kuma se me ba ha wo ha ye faade. Hwe akwanya hodo pa ye de asphalt aguso. Obisa on say asphalt na egugu so no scan e ko fa free.
Maybe they had in the money.
Oh, but from your junction back kanokre. Junction see I did that before I be through for the junction here back obofo obinuma no obofo sorry. Ni nyina ya gugu sukota. Kwabre istiam we. Ko fa bon ria wo ma besi asoromaso nkwantare ade. Ko hwe asfata e ko so ho no. Enti consolidated fund no. Se sika ko gumu a aban yi sika firi sa foto no de ye niam bebre. We have amortization. Yeah, even what do you call it? Salaries and compensations, employees compensations. Menji ninda say bosumi aso yesi unkofa ketu yama. Ana say ana ekoso NDC abreso a yefo bi adwuma foforo be adwuma 2 years no matu ana just 3 months pay. They aka say na kore. Ye na bofo bebre o bisomo currently yefo adwuma na say waketu ama 6 months kora ba no no. This issues. Exactly.
Yes. Why you Juma? Why you Juma for some years? Now, a new teachers are. And now, sometimes we say no me ghost names or something. And we say you be to our car for 3 months. It you produce a document. Me who say you ghost name. Me entire the account also. And I do man. You know that's the truth. There be now. Oh, funny penny Jumano. Or yes, some young Kafano. Too much any ghost names.
No, ghost names exactly. So how do you deal with ghost names? That would have been the approach. And I'm going to NDC a lazy party. And you know how MPP could clear those ghost names with just Ghana card.
Who told you?
I'm telling you.
Now,
Ghana currently assistant ghost name. Somebody who could have said. I'm telling you, because now on if you go to controller and accountant general, I can't get you the statistics. But then if you've been following Dr. Baumia's campaign, his tour, regional tours of God, okay, controller and accountant general. Number of people are yesterday Ghana skanka, Busumi be to scam mana or and then you go to national service scheme. Me have been in national service somewhere 2020 I was the regional president for Bunga Half region. Yeah. So yes, so I know how they could use these schemes to embezzle funds. Exactly. You get me? And the fact of the matter is that national service impo scan confirm that's j alawa busumi bia but with the Ghana card. Now you have unique identity. And this Ghana card is linked with death and birth registry. To the extent say wa kra na ye bia ma no. The death and birth registry, we take that and we take you out. The national health insurance is linked with the Ghana card. Even your passports. Now, once you are employed, your Ghana card is there, your details is there. So, because who is someone to me Ghana card?
They say ghost names.
Oh, ghost names is the turn of the past. That is how to use innovative ideas, critical thinking, and what do you call it? IT to deal with contemporary issues. The current dispensation, the current political dispensation that we are in. This is we are in a digital era. We had the industrial revolution. Industrial revolutions, you know. Na nanum binuma ni amaso enti hu ya se mrofona for industrial revolution no anam de be lead the word. Now IT is taking over from the industrial revolution, and you want to go back to an archaic mindset of that of John Mahama, who has been very comfortable in his comfort zone. He thinks that things must be handled as the era of premeditations.
What's your reason?
My reason is that the mediator,
like the reason why you are saying is that is because of the digitization you're talking about.
Exactly, because even when they claim that 2020 election, the MPP cheat them.
Now digitization,
they couldn't collect their own resource. One, a whole party, and this as a party. Mon quality more resource among ya to bagare nyina mon ka more resource among ya. Mo ntimi, tell say a court ye bi samo the then general secretary, he is now the current chairman of the party. Johnson has said Dunketia. Say, entimu kura mo and this more party, most of munya saying a hono koi calculator. Obone sit ta. Obone so. You see, this is the mind, this is the people we are dealing with.
After election, electoral commission, your mom is casting on the election.
Oh,
your mom make resources. Your mom hears some of money. Only a 2 or mocha.
Why the 2 or mocha?
Maybe and your government.
Now, who are they working for?
Maybe.
Who are they working for?
Without question.
No, I'm so asking a question. If the electoral commission work for Ghana and they get paid by Ghanaian government, it's right. Minister, I'm trying to car. Oh, you're right. So don't worry about that.
What's the NDC for my number?
Yeah.
And I'm asking you a question. Electoral commission with all these resources. Election, final results. I'm born how many times?
But when they go to court, were they able to produce the correct figure or not?
I don't know, it's a correct figure. No, born how many times?
Oh, when you say after election declaration, no, you could make an error. No, not to the point. Say we have declared an election. You have prepared your case with your team of lawyers. Who say error be on my say? Abandon ya me baby jina bonti abobo me bono mani abo for 0 back. No, that one is pardonable. No, because the
no. You know fans there.
No,
electoral commission.
Yeah, no,
for 0 back.
It could be. But I don't know, when we gave them the opportunity, they were able to come back.
How many times?
No, that's what I'm saying. When we got to the courtroom, were they able to produce the correct figures or not?
The
figures were correct, but the issue is say, who are also be a cheat? No, who are also be a cheat? What prepare a case to even so if you don't have a case in the first place, you don't go to court. So I said, "Don't get the casa kwasebia to me court." Kwasebia to you court. And do get court. Let's say we figure that calculator. How bad is this? So we are
figure.
No, these are go to Komisa Atukuba. No, this is Atukuba. Or you can refer to the verdict. You can read everything and you see how they came to that unanimous decision by the Supreme Court to just say that their case was first without merit. It was null and void. You have to just throw it away. That is the case. Case. Papa Kona Mako to a whole political party. No, exactly. We've lost the case. But when we went to court with NDC after is it 2012 election? After 2012 election, but then Dr. Bawumia came into the picture with you and I.
Muslim losing case.
Now, open say you lose case.
Exactly.
No, the thing is that issues of law and when we talk about law, we deal with facts and figures.
Power the mulu case be other. And cases be also court to be judges in your ruling.
So what are you purporting?
Some mama be.
Oh, if that is it. Yes. Now what be na so unimu mra de ntina mra be.
What be?
I had to send a walk him fie na wunu mama mra ni amane. Okwa ama e den ya obetwedwan. Enti no, and that is it. MPP did the right thing.